Hey guys, it's Caleb with White Metal Games here. Just wanted to do a quick update video on the Titan project to let you know where we were. I had to take a break for a couple weeks because we had a family emergency and then we had Easter. So we were out of town, so now I'm back and I started work again, and I wanted to show you where we currently stand. If you watch my other update video on YouTube, you'll have gotten a preview of this, but this will be a more in-depth look at the model to show you where we are. Remembering that the purpose of this video is to sort of show you how we built this bad boy and mistakes we make along the way, areas we would have liked to have improved on. It won't be our last Titan for sure. I'm already excited about what I've learned on this one and trying to apply it to a new model. But one thing at a time. So here's where we currently stand on this model. Let me tilt him towards you a little bit. Now, if you're just tuning into this video, there are several other videos. I think this is the third or fourth video in this segment series. So this is where we currently are. It might not look like much for newcomers to the show, but you'll have to look at the old videos to see where this thing started at. So without going into deep detail, let me just show you where we've made changes and improvements since the last time. Honestly, we haven't done a lot, but what we've done took a lot of time. So knee guards was my big job this weekend. That was the big thing I wanted to do. So this is the knee housing. These are sort of leg guards that we came up with. And as you can see, it swoops all the way around. So you've got stuff on either side, including these panels and plates. These are actually from the Fortress of Redemption, so I wanted to make good use of that. And here's the other one. You can see, take a look at it down there. There you go. So, yeah, those worked out, I think, pretty well. I think they're fairly appropriately sized. Now, traditionally on an Emperor Titan model or a Warhound model, they're huge. The leg guards go a long way, but because of the size of the feet on this thing and me wanting to be able to use this as an actual place to support troops, we have to make some limitations. So obviously every warlord's a little different, so we're deciding this one's just a little different. I still want to do something here in the groinish area, but I haven't decided what yet. So additions, we started adding some plating onto this guy. We finished up the styrene plating. That was difficult because this stuff does not want to adhere. The other thing is cutting this stuff to specifics is difficult. What we had to remember is that we're going to cover this thing completely with plastic plating, but if you're one of those guys that's just going to do styrene plating, which is not a bad thing, it certainly is difficult to get the cuts perfect. So I would emphasize take time, measure twice, get your cuts right. Another problem we ran into, obviously, was getting cuts around these rounded plates. So what we've done so far is just made square plates to overlap, and eventually we'll go back in and fill that in with some sort of small bit. This Adeptus Mechanicus symbol is a copycast from a previous GW belt buckle or something like that, which I adhered to the bottom of this metallic or this metal-looking piece. This was the bottom from a space jockey kit from the Alien line. I wanted something to fill in this area, and I like the idea that there's a Mechanicus symbol there, because this obviously is made by the Adeptus Mechanicus. There will be a matching one of these shrine things on the other side. I'm playing with the idea of adding in the missile launchers here and using some plastic bullets like these as the missile launcher here, something like that. It's a dual purpose. One, it gives me a carapace weapon there, and I don't have to throw all the carapace weapons on his back. And the other beautiful thing about that is that I don't have to throw something in here to close off that opening. Traditionally, the kit does not come with a door. Now, if you look at some of the Planet Strike books, you'll see that they have built some sort of door or cut a door out of somewhere. But damned if I have looked, and I have not figured out where they cut it from. I would have assumed a Cities of Death thing. What else? We've applied the other two bits like this from the Fortress of Redemption to his arms. There's obviously a gap in here, and we filled that in with some gears, but it didn't really work out that well. So I'm either going to add some wire or something. Something will be stuffed in there to cover up the foam. Now the other thing is that when we spray it with spray paint, some of that foam is going to dissolve, which actually might not be a bad thing. That way we won't see it as much. If we leave it black, it will probably be the last thing you look at when you get close to this model. So we're hoping that you won't be looking at that very often. We're hoping you'll be looking at this more often. So this is obviously Cities of Death floor tiles. You can pick these up on eBay in batches if you don't want to buy a bunch of kits. We have a bunch of kits, so this is not a big deal. I decided to put a couple of these together to make it look like maybe battle damage, so I'm thinking of adding in some wiring and some
something in there to make it look like that's been shot and he's been damaged, and there's a couple of those places here. So I think that'll work out very, very well. It'll look like he's actually taken some hull damage. Obviously up here there's going to be a massive fortress, and for that we bought a bunch of these Pegasus kits that are going to be used to build a large fortress on his back. These are fairly substantial kits. They're fairly heavy, which is nice because it'll serve as a weight for the back of that guy. Additionally, on the back, we went ahead and put on a large plate here. This is from a Sky Shield landing pad. Now, you'll see a bunch of these little black smudges everywhere. That's from a new glue I was testing out, and it got on my fingers a little bit. I don't think if there's any real problems. I think once primed, it's going to be fine. But right now, it looks very unaesthetic. This black glue that I'm trying out is a rubber-based glue. There's actually bits of rubber in it, and the guy who sold it to me assured me that it will create sort of a flex to the glue, so that way it won't break, it'll bend rather. So it creates a better torque for the glue, so it won't break as easily. This is the first time I've really tried it, so we're going to see how it works. I also had to fill in the gap a little bit with liquid nail, which will also help to adhere this a little bit. And there's a couple patches, some what do you call it, trap doors that go on here from the Cities of Death kit, or from the City Fight. Sorry, the what do you call it? The Sky Shield landing pad kit. So all of this took a few hours to sort of learn the hard way how to mount this stuff. I tried regular Elmer's glue. It didn't work out that well. The best solution I've found so far is a mix of super glue and liquid nail. So liquid nail being your best friend. You can get this stuff for about $1 to a tube at Walmart, and it's super adhesive. It takes a while to dry. It's not fast. So be prepared to wait a day or so. But fortunately, because I'm only working on this in bits and pieces, it's a perfect project for me to do this with. Okay, so that's about it for this video update. I think this is update 3 or 4. It'll be labeled properly. So look for more of this guy in the near future as we continue to work on him in the months to come, and hopefully we'll have him finished hopefully soon. So anyway, until next time, happy wargaming. Remember, my name is Caleb. I'm with White Metal Games. We're a small miniatures company that does custom conversion work, painting, terrain making, that sort of thing. So if you're interested in obtaining a quote, contact me at caleb@whitemetalgames.com, and I'll be happy to speak with you and talk with you about what your needs are. So that's it. Look for us in the future. Happy wargaming.